them right in this stage of the game. You would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback.
Here's 1st and 10. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to City last season, and the Patriots aggressively targeted him in free agency, hoping to jumpstart their offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like this time. They face a 3rd and 2. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right. Now the 3rd-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. This defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the
swarming when you're carrying it.
Eckler again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even admit. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Jets defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I
10. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll buy some time right. it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retain.
Scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving.
They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second.
Here's opportunity, because it could have been on defense. Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 6 seconds to go in half number 2. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's our side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
And didn't get the push they needed. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. 1st down after 1st down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
Maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual.
Running the ball, they'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book out. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They run for it with Harris. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not.
Self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
Walker hit and the ball is out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Give running right is Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive to about the 35, 2nd down. Here's Purdy. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. it's out. And it looks like one of the DBs.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back.
The slot man goes in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one.
34. A-Chain on the counter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the first. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he?
A-Chain now up the middle. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup.
Base in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Taken down at the 42.
Passing game's been working quite well so far. But
here's Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Allen. Finding space at the 40. He's across midfield. Now inside the 20. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
so, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back, but in this case...
That's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football.
Six, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play. Hurts going to keep it again. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Able to get away, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because actually had another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
And they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get down.
Punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
We'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Falcons and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
Throwing the sack. Able to find the open man.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now. Talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it.
And Andrews lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Man open left side, it's Williams.
Now he's free at the 30.
Williams loses the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately.
Now Allen again. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's good. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end. Goal. To throw, it's Allen. And hit behind the line. He lost. takes over with a 1st and 10.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. 10 defense can do, they can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Play action. It's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate. All in.
Go.
Evans. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
It's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits. Not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Defensively, what the play design was.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
And this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this Silver escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When you talk about this Jets defense, Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they nailed it. Forced to because, you know, coaches look at these short.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left, those 2 points doesn't. Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Ready. Counter play. Here's and it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Check White.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. Think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big.
They'll try and run for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop on that play. You know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
So the completion good for just 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They're on the move. 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he's going to get this one. They go play action now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they? Left. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down on this upcoming drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. So the completion good for just 3.
Break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the...
Ready. Love now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring.
What is the nasty side? The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play?
Here on 3rd down. An inside give to Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now 4th down from their own 2 and a bad situation. Hurts completing this one quickly. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, in their own hands, they want man coverage, not zone.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Call it in first place in their division. Looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2?
Green, yellow, line.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all the run game. Make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Green, yellow, line.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Against their own end zone. Now Ritter to throw on first down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two.
12.
He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get A-Chain on 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Touchdown.
Ready?
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. Nifty move. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running.
Touchdown.
Because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. To throw is Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Hopefully to get themselves kick-started.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game.
Hopefully get themselves kick-started. Multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game
To end, they're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. In trouble, and he's taken down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Back to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some
to throw on second down. Pierce. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Offensively, they're just back to throw. Pierce. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
one hallmark of
Alert, roll.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince
three. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
In our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance?
Football game. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defense.
play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backward?
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. Just a gain of a couple there. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now, yes, a two-possession game.
Target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every...
Oh, he put it on the curb with a fumble.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Could have.
They'll try again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space.
Second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right. Tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Time in practice, working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And down he goes at the 2nd and 3rd and a few inches. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond
30-40 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
Looking to throw. Pierce. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another time they get the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started. This big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ear. Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Himself, as we just saw there. Third and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now a give, right side. Monroe, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 20. Needs something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
when you talk about this Jets defense,
Currently number 1 in the NFL. On 2nd down, Richard. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you.
Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Against their own end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his start. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.